Rate your business's mental fitness level. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. It's our topic today as part of this year's annual challenge. I'm doing an annual challenge here for Supersize Your Business. One thing every day to focus on an area of the 9-part life framework. We're focusing on mental health and well-being this month of May, and then we'll switch gears next month. We've covered several areas that I think are imperative to creating the businesses and the lives that we want. And we will continue to do so throughout the rest of the year. Yep, every single day. So today, our topic is mental fitness. How do we identify, how do we rate mental fitness for our organization? I'm going to say start with just a gut check today. On a scale of 1 to 10, overall, including everybody in your organization. So if it's just you, it's really about you. If it's you, if you're a solopreneur, if you are an online digital marketer or digital business owner, you probably have a small team, so you include everybody in that. If you have a big corporation or a big team, I used to have a department of 1,000 people. It's a big team just in that department. So I worked for some really big organizations throughout the course of my corporate part of my career. And we are the sum total of all of our parts. And synergy happens when we come together and we create something that we want for our business. But we have to first be self-aware and know where we are in order to go to where we want to go. I talk about this almost, I think every day, actually, every single day. Where are we right now? Where do we want to go? How are we going to get there? What's the next step we're going to take? So we're going to do the same thing here with this. I also want to remember to talk about the R in our super framework. We create our own framework every year. Done it for 9 years in the Supersize You, this year it's Supersize You annual challenge. But I've done a personal development annual challenge for the last 9 years in a row. And this year I was like, okay, I've been doing this for 9 years. Why would I not be doing it for business? So this business is sort of my life. Today's topic is, for both challenges, how do we improve our mental fitness? Mental fitness, just like anything else, is a muscle. If we use it, we will continue to enhance and create new neural pathways. They've done scientific studies. All the things that we are capable of, humans, is far beyond what we ever have imagined. But we can positively impact how good a problem solver we are, how fast we make decisions, how we make decisions, what inputs come into our thinking and our mind, because they definitely impact the outputs that come out of our mind and our mouths and our actions and behaviors. So our action item today is to, first and foremost, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being we are the most enlightened, and I want to say in our industry, but that's not always the best measure, because some industries are very different than others when it comes to mental fitness and those little hoops we jump through. And guess what? It's all relative. You get to decide. I think our organization is about a 7 moving toward an 8, because we are using technology to help us be better. For me, I rated myself a 7 in the Supersize Your Business Challenge. I'm a lifelong learner, which I think is one of the key components, deciding that you're going to learn something new for the rest of your life. I like to learn something new every single day, or experience something new every day, and I plan on doing that for the rest of my life. Why? Because I've seen how it impacts our cognitive ability and our ability to enjoy and function every other area and aspect of our life. Everything starts in our mind and with our thinking, right? You might not believe that, but I challenge you to prove me wrong on that. So I shared different ways in Supersize You how you can personally improve your mental health, well-being and your mental fitness level by staying curious, by asking questions, by being involved with other humans that stimulate your thinking processes, understanding and being more self-aware. What works for you, what doesn't work for you, what makes you feel energized and sharp, what makes you feel lethargic and like you just want to take a nap. Only you can decide that. Same in your organization. Are you working on projects that people are actually excited about? Yeah, they have to stretch their comfort zone and learn new skills and things, but they're excited to do it. I'm in a coaching program right now. I'm scared of a lot of the stuff that it's forcing me to do, but it's things I've known that I needed and skills I've known I needed to really beef up in my life for over a decade. And I'm like, what am I waiting for? Let's go. So today, rate yourself for sharing in the comments below. Let's just share 3 ways that moving forward you're going to help your organization be more mentally fit. Mentally fit, like I said, How quick does your organization make decisions? How fast do you solve problems? How quickly do you go from focusing on the problem and bitching, moaning, and complaining about that to, okay, let's figure this out. We got this, and solving the problem. I would actually, and I do in some of my businesses, I actually track that on a time basis so that I can share that measure and that feedback with different people in the organization. Why? Not to give them a hard time, but to help them grow and allow them to challenge themselves to get better and better and better and better and faster at fixing problems, focusing on the solution, and moving the whole organization forward. So today, our step of the super process is R for review. We want to review, evaluate, and evolve and decide, are we going to keep doing more of what we've been doing in this area, or do we need to change it up and try something else or do something else? And then I like to say, how can we automate and build on what's working and stop doing the things that aren't working? If there's a problem or a challenge in our organization that's causing us a lot of mental distress, maybe we don't ask, what do we need to do about it? Maybe we ask, who knows and has already solved this problem, and what can we learn from them so we don't have to deal with it ad nauseum? Because sometimes in our businesses, we keep things going in loops that aren't necessarily for us or good for our organization. All right, any questions about either your mental fitness level in your organization, how to measure that, or anything about that, or reviewing the super process? All we're going to do is we're going to, like I said, look at what worked, do more of that, look at what didn't work, or if we don't know yet, do more, give it more time, whatever we need to do. It's super simple, right? I say the simpler we keep it, the happier we are. I, on the note of simple, would like to invite you to join us. I want to say me, but it's us now, in the Supersize Your Business school community. It's freemium, it's free to join, but I also have a couple of tiers on there, and I am launching a mastermind, across industry mastermind, on July 1st, and I put a special invitation in there today. It expires tomorrow at midnight. So if it's something that sounds good to you, if you join VIP program, which includes everything I've got in the school community and much, much more, whatever I create this year and next, probably, and the mastermind is free if you take advantage of that before the end of this month. Any questions, just message me directly. Otherwise, go out, make it an amazing day, and I'll, of course, see you tomorrow.